Hey, good morning, and thanks for coming back to Waking Up. So, today is a little overcast, and so I hope the light is going to work out for us. Been up since about 4 o'clock this morning and had to wait for enough light to do this video. Driving into Las Vegas today for a meetup for YouTube, and I'm really looking forward to the day and all the information I'm going to get from that. So my lawyer tells me that I should not be holding a camera and driving and talking all at the same time. So disclaimer here, the camera is mounted. It's on a motion stabilizer device, and so I'm hands-free on this video production, and just get past this bridge. Sorry about the noise quality there. And other than that, don't try this at home. I'm a trained professional. So anyway, back to where we're at. So yesterday I touched on a little bit about going deeper into 2020 and what that might entail and how that might affect your life. Actually, how it has affected your life without you probably not thinking about it. And I mentioned a couple of relationships that were definitely because were clear instances for me where I realized that I had said something, I had taken a step, or that other person had, and a really great friendship had struck from that. And I got to be thinking about some of the other people that I've met in my life and some friendships that I've had, and some that are near misses as well that I wish had developed a little further. So I want to go back on that just a little bit and maybe expound on that just a little bit more. You know, we get stuck in our routines and in our daily lives, and we go from point A to point B, and for many of us it's a direct path, and there's not a lot of variation in that, and there's and it's a comfort zone, I would say, to live that way. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that at all, but I would like to point out that even within your comfort zone, I'm not saying you need to go out and meet people that you just don't want to spend time with. Although I would advise it, but I'm not saying you have to. To me, it's made my life richer and fuller, and has brought me experiences that I would probably never have had otherwise. And I'm really glad that I've chose to live my life that way for as long as I can remember. But if you're one of those people who wants to be in your comfort zone, you want to stay with what you know, and you don't like new things and those sort of things, then there's still places for you to expand on that, make that something bigger than what it currently is. And that would be to maybe speak out a little bit about how you feel, and share your feelings with people, and let them know things about yourself that maybe you held back, maybe you didn't, or ask questions. If you're not ready to let go of yourself, then maybe ask questions. Dig a little deeper. I had a relationship with someone years ago that had transpired over several years, and when we first met, we dated for a while. And I had formed an opinion of this woman based on what I thought she was like when we were dating. And we were dating. It was an intimate relationship. And so I knew her rather well, or at least so I thought. And our lives were a little different. And I had internally labeled her as a rather conservative kind of person. I don't mean that politically or that, other than, let's just say, I was wilder. That's really what I'm saying. I think I was a little wilder at heart than she was, and that's just because she was just more grounded in her career and in her lifestyle, and she was very well mannered and well spoken and fairly educated. All those things came together. So I just stuck a label on her, even though I knew her in a deeper sense. So time went by, and we became friends for a while, and because I went on to date other people who were wilder and things like that. And a few years later, she and I entered back into a relationship. And one, I was a little bit more mature, and of course so was she, as we sometimes do as we get a little older. But my life had changed enough by that point that I engaged more in a conversation. I took it more deeper. We'd had years of friendship, and it turns out that we were actually more similar than I realized. And the last several years of our friendship was much closer, and with a much deeper appreciation from both of us, by the way. I truly felt like I loved that woman, and she expressed the same for me, which we had not been doing when we were dating, previously, because it just wasn't that deep. And it's not the kind of love where we went off and got married. It's not that, but it was definitely a very deep bond, and I'm really glad that we crossed that line. Sadly, she passed away several years ago. Cancer took her away from us, and I can't tell you how much I regret the time we lost, that I had not reached out earlier. I had not understood her better earlier, and had more years of really knowing who she was, and the depth of her heart, and her compassion for people and things like that. And I don't mean that about the wilder sense. I mean that from the point of her heart, and what made her the woman that I appreciated so much in the friendship that we had. So that was my waking up point with her, with that relationship. Is there someone like that in your life? Are you sure? I'm betting there's probably more than a few. So my message today is I'm asking you to wake up to the possibilities. Wake up to the possibilities that you may have a deeper relationship with some of your friends, with some of your family, with your children, with your spouse. There's so much that goes on in people's heads that we miss, that we don't necessarily appreciate, that we don't realize, even though we think we know them well. Do we? I hope it makes me a better friend. I hope. And I hope to keep learning from these kind of experiences to be an even better friend to those that I cherish and are dear to me, because many of my friends have been around for a very long time, and I wouldn't trade them for the world. So I want to keep this one brief today, because I'm enjoying the sunrise this morning. It's fantastic. I probably took at least 40 pictures at least, and so I might be late for my meetup, but I'm going to let you go with that thought. Please, if you like the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell also, so that you'll get notified of the next video. Although I can tell you right now, it'll be tomorrow, because I'm going to keep posting these every day. That way I can keep them short. And feel free to leave comments in the bottom. I'd love your feedback. I've only got a couple of responses so far. This is only video number 4, but the sun is definitely out now. All right, so hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.